And they said, hey, you're Sergeant Reman. Holy cow, we want to put you in this Real Heroes program. We want to, put you in a video game, which I thought was really cool. And later on, they said, how about we make you an action figure? Who's going to object to that, So, here I am, immortalized forever, virtually and in plastic.
All 4 Real Hero figures were scheduled to be available in toy stores in the spring of 2007. Sergeant Reman, like Sergeant Workman, has a newborn son.
For my son to one day be able to look at me as a hero/action figure and say, that's my dad at show and tell, or when he's just playing, that means the world to me.
It's one thing to be a hero to his own son. To the outside world,
I don't feel like a hero at all. I just feel like what I did was, what was in the best interest of my buddies, and they did the same thing for me.
Still to come, National Guard MPs get into a fight where every one of them has to act with conspicuous courage. When Staff Sergeant Timothy 9 is at home with his family in Clark County, Indiana, he'd rather not think about Iraq.
I've been there twice. If I was asked to go tomorrow, as much as it would hurt my wife and boys, I would pick my rucksack up and walk out the door because I know we are making the world a better place.
Sergeant 9 works full-time for the Kentucky National Guard. It's a job that opened up as he was returning from his second tour as a military policeman in Iraq in November 2005.
My heroes don't play in the NBA or don't play in the U.S. Open at Pinehurst. They're standing in front of me today. These are American heroes. These are the kinds of acts that books are written about and legends are born of.
General Vines was speaking of a patrol by a squad of the 617th Military Police Company that has become legendary.
We were a MP patrol consisting of 9 military policemen and 1 medic in 3 up-armored M1114 Humvees.
March 20th, 2005. The squad was patrolling ASR Detroit, alternate supply route Detroit. Their mission: search for improvised explosive devices and protect supply convoys from insurgent attacks. They were trailing a convoy when the lead trucks began to slow and drive erratically.
My gunner, Specialist Casey Cooper, he was starting to stomp on the floor, yelling that he could hear a massive amount of fire coming from the area.
The MPs sped to the front of the convoy.
Got on the contact side of the convoy, and immediately we started to receive a massive amount of fire. I can remember thinking, so many bullets were hitting my Humvee that there was no way that even the up-armors could stop it. It was just a continual ping noise from the rounds hitting it.
This video was taped by an insurgent as the MPs drove past the trench line where the gunfire was originating and turned right onto a side road to flank the attackers. The insurgent with the camera didn't survive long.
We're completing the turn. I see at this time 7 vehicles on this road that is adjacent to the field. All 4 doors are open and trunks are open on all 7 cars. This time I'm doing the math in my head real fast. I'm thinking, that's 7 times 4, it's 28 guys, and there's only 10 of us. I'm thinking this isn't good. Took small arms fire to the window, to my window, and all over my door. And even when I opened the door, not realizing I was still taking so much fire, later you could see where the bullets actually had hit on the inside of the door. And how they didn't ricochet up and hit me or hit anything else, I guess they hit and just dropped. We took a direct hit with an RPG that hit right about here on the Humvee. RPK fire all on this door, all through the back part of the Humvee.
Then Corporal Jason Mike was the platoon medic and in the 3rd vehicle.
This wasn't the first time that we received contact, but usually it was 7 to 10 guys. So that's what I thought it was, so used to that being it, get out the vehicle and they're running away because they see the firepower, and that was it. but never knew until I looked over to the trench line and saw 25 guys, and I thought that was it. I didn't know that there was more guys that Sergeant 9 was fighting.
Hails of bullets rained from the trench. Sergeant Leanne Hester was the team leader in the middle Humvee.
Staff Sergeant 9 dismounted the vehicle as soon as he came to a stop, and when I saw him do that, I was right there with him. We ran to a berm on the right-hand side of the road where we had come to a stop, and immediately started laying down suppressive fire with our M4 rifles and my M203 grenade launcher.
The driver and team leader in the last vehicle were badly wounded. Then the gunner was shot in the hand and had to stop long enough to bandage himself. All had apparently been hit by a sniper on a berm behind them.
So at that point, I took the M249 saw, propped it up on the back of the Humvee, and began to fire down into the main trench line. I took the M4 with my left hand and began to fire behind me at the insurgent behind me to pretty much try to eliminate him or to at least get him to go away.
I can still see rounds just kicking up all around me. I could hear them zipping past me. I throw a grenade up onto the berm. It explodes. I take a couple steps back and take off running to try to get up because it's almost a vertical face. At this point, I want Sergeant Morris to flank Sergeant Hester and I and clear the cars as Hester and I enter the canal system to try to fight these guys head on. I really thought that we were going to die at this point. I didn't think that with the numbers they had that we'd be able to really fight them all off.
It was just instinct to get in there and do that by any means we could, firing my M4, shooting my 203 grenade launcher, or throwing hand grenades.
I can still remember and see, hear the flashes, feel the heat on the side of my face as she's firing, literally 2 to 3 inches away from my right cheek. She's using me more as cover so that we have the lowest possible silhouette that we can between the two of us, and literally inch by inch, foot by foot, we proceed on through this canal.
Then it was over. 27 insurgents killed, 5 wounded, 1 captured. 3 American MPs wounded but alive. 10 MPs against at least 50 enemy in the immediate vicinity, up to 200 in the general area. The fight had lasted about 40 minutes.
It doesn't really seem like that long when you're involved in something like that. It really flies by. But it was an adrenaline rush. You didn't have time to think, to be scared or what to think. You just had to get the job done.
Well, looking back at it, I don't necessarily feel like I was a hero. People keep telling me that, but I really feel like it was my job. Everything I did, I owed it to my soldiers to do everything I did without a doubt. They were dedicated to me, and in return, I was dedicated to them. It was just something that had to be done, and I'd do it again today if I had to.
For gallantry, valor, and extraordinary achievement doing combo operations in Baghdad, Iraq.
3 months after the firing died down, every member of the squad received a Valor Award for that day. Sergeant 9 was awarded a Silver Star, later upgraded to a Distinguished Service Cross, the first National Guardsman to receive it since World War II. In that same ceremony, Sergeant Mike received a Silver Star, and Sergeant Hester became the first female recipient of a Silver Star, also since World War II. From the inside of these events, individuals may have felt they were just doing their jobs, but from the outside, it's easy to see they're all acts of conspicuous courage. I'm Master Sergeant Daniela Marcus, and this has been Recon.